Ooh, stay safe. Ooh, when you're swimming. Ooh, stay safe. Ooh, when you're swimming.
Show some respect when in the water. Tell all your sons, tell all your daughters. It's FREE, download it now. It's our one and only mission to make sure you don't drown. You just gotta be safe.
Ooh, when you're swimming.
When you're swimming,
Stay
baby,
safe. Ooh, when
you
you're swimming.
gotta stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yeah,
Swimming.
when you're swimming,
Stay safe.
baby.
Ooh, when you're swimming.
Listen. R is for recognize, E for education, S supervision, P physical barriers, E for expectation, C is for communicate, T is for training. You must respect the water. Listen what I'm saying now.
Stay safe. Ooh, when you're swimming.
You gotta stay safe, baby. Oh,
Stay safe.
oh, stay safe.
Stay safe. Ooh, when you're swimming.
We're gonna keep you safe now. Download our free PSA now. There ain't no time to waste. It's as simple as respect. Just hear what I say now. You gotta stay safe, baby. It's like that.
Ooh, stay safe. Ooh, when
You
you're swimming.
gotta stay safe, baby.
Ooh, when you're swimming.
You gotta stay.
Stay safe.
You gotta stay safe when you're swimming. You gotta stay when you're swimming.
Stay safe.
Thank you so much for joining us today for our Respect the Water by AOAP Drowning Prevention Campaign Water Safety Day information. My name is Julene Hefter, and I am the Executive Director for the Association of Aquatic Professionals. We provide drowning prevention education to individuals that run and operate aquatic facilities. We also provide a free Respect the Water drowning prevention campaign that I'm going to be presenting and talking about today. Also, we provide life jackets and swim lesson grants. I am also the owner of Safety First Aquatics LLC, where I provide expert witness work for fatal and non-fatal drownings and have investigated hundreds of drownings that have occurred over the years. So hopefully you will enjoy the information that we're going to share, and that this will help you keep your family safe this summer and throughout the year. Drowning is a leading cause of death for children ages 1 through 4, but we want you to know that it is preventable. And we're going to talk about a lot of layers of protection that we would like you to try and put into place when you're in or near the water. Also, any neighbors that are watching this that might not have children at your homes, we want you to know that there are ways that you can keep your backyard swimming pool safe for those individuals that might live in your neighborhood as well.
Hi, I'm Matt Biondi, 3-time Olympian and 11-time Olympic medalist in swimming. The Association of Aquatic Professionals encourages you to respect the water. Respect stands for recognition, education, supervision, physical barriers, expectations, communication, and training. For more information on the Respect the Water Drowning Prevention Program, please visit the AOAP website at www.aquaticpros.org.
The first thing we talk about is recognizing, making sure that you can recognize the sign of non-swimmers, tired swimmers, distressed swimmers, and potentially unsafe situations. Again, we want you to realize that we want everyone to have fun at the water. When you take your child to the pool or in your backyard or anywhere that you might go, a lake, a beach area, we also want you to remember that you're taking them there for an experience. It's not our experience as a parent or a caregiver, because our responsibility is to ensure that we're watching our children at all times. Drowning can happen so very fast, and it doesn't look like you think it might. They might not yell or scream or tell you they need help. A lot of times it's very, very silent. We have about 10 seconds to recognize that somebody's in trouble and 20 seconds to get there and get them out of the water before something very serious can occur. And things can happen so very fast. I tell people, and last night I did this presentation for a group, and I said, if I'm ever at the pool with you, please know that I just can't go to a swimming pool and just relax. I'm always there. I'm always watching things. I'm always paying attention to what might potentially happen, because I've seen so many things and I know so many things. And I want you to have an enjoyable experience and leave the pool with your family. So if I ever am in a situation where I see something, I'm going to say something, and it's not to offend you or to make you feel bad or to pick on you. It's just because I realize how fast things can happen, and I want you to have such an enjoyable experience at the pool or around water, but not have something so horrendous happen that will affect the rest of your lives. We want you to be educated and kind of learn what the factors can lead to drowning. Having weak or non-existent swimming skills, weak non-swimmers, separation barriers we're going to talk about, supervision, making sure if you have the opportunity, swimming in a supervised area instead of an unsupervised area, making sure that we're wearing personal flotation devices, life jackets, Coast Guard approved. And if you don't know what an actual drowning victim looked like, sometimes it can be very difficult to see that. It could just be somebody getting in the water and all of a sudden they can't stand. They're not flailing. They're just straight up and down in the water sometimes. And you're not going to hear anything. You might not see anything. And making sure that your children know that they need to ask permission before going into the water. Ask twice. Once and then another time, just to make sure that you heard that they were asking to do that. Whether it's at your home, whether it's at a community pool, even if there's lifeguards, they need to ask you first, or at a friend's house, anywhere you might be.
Hello, I'm Dana Vollmer, 5-time Olympic gold medalist in the sport of swimming and mom of 2 young boys who love to swim. I'm here on behalf of the Association of Aquatic Professionals to talk about the need for supervision of young children around water. As the summer heat approaches, we're going to be spending more time around pools, lakes, rivers, ponds, and other bodies of water. While these activities can be fun and enjoyable, it's also important to remember that it can be dangerous, especially for young children. Drowning continues to be the leading cause of death in children under 5 years old, and the second leading cause for children under the age of 14. This fact highlights that we need to be extra attentive with children around the water. The AOAP wants to help you learn how to respect the water and prevent drownings nationwide. One simple but effective way to prevent drowning is to provide active alert supervision. Designate a specific water watcher that is responsible for watching the children when they are near any body of water. This could be while swimming in a pool, playing at the beach, playing in a stream, or even when playing in the bathtub. It's important to remember that drowning can happen quickly and silently. In many cases, there might not be any yelling or splashing, so it's critical to have somebody who is actively always supervising. The water watcher shouldn't be distracted by text messages, phone calls, magazines, books, or any other distraction that could take their attention away from the children. A water watcher should always stay within arm's reach of the children. So whether you're planning a trip to the beach, a backyard pool party, or just letting your kids play in the backyard sprinklers, always designate a water watcher because it could save a life. Thank you for listening to this message about the importance of supervision and to always designate a water watcher around any body of water. Thank you for joining us today, and remember to always respect the water. For more information on the Respect program, please visit aquaticpros.org.
The Association of Aquatic Professionals sells designated water watchers because there is a cost. We're a nonprofit 501c3 organization. But these designated water watcher cards provide you with some additional information, but it's also a visual. If you put it on a lanyard and wear it around your neck when you're at the pool, that tells you, it's a visual, that I am the water watcher right now. I can't be participating and talking to others, reading a book, listening to something, turn away, making lunch, whatever it may be. Even at your own home, using a water watcher card is pretty important. And then if you have to do something like go to the restroom, answer the door, answer a phone call, you physically hand this water watcher card to somebody else and you say, you are now the water watcher. You're in charge. I have to go do something else, so that they have that visual that now we've transferred that power, that supervision to another individual, and now they are in charge of watching that child.
Hey everybody, I'm Summer Sanders. I'm here today on behalf of the Association of Aquatic Professionals, also known as AOAP, to talk about the importance of physical barriers for home pool safeties. Now, pools can provide endless hours of fun and relaxation, although pools present themselves as a potential danger when not properly secured. It's important to be mindful of all physical barriers that will help everyone stay safe. Let's dive into the essential information that's needed if you have a pool in your backyard or are considering to get one. AOAP wants to help you learn how to respect water and prevent drownings nationwide. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental death in children. A significant number of these tragedies occur in residential pools. Installing physical barriers for your home pool is a simple but effective way to prevent drownings. There are several types of physical barriers you can install to enhance pool safety. Number one, pool fencing. You shouldn't have a pool without a pool safety fence. As per the U.S. Centers of Disease Control studies, thousands of young children drown each year. And according to the estimates, we can prevent around 70% of cases through pool fencing. Install a sturdy fence around your pool area that is at least 4 feet high with latches that are out of child's reach. Pool covers. Automatic pool covers provide a protective layer over the water and can support the weight of an adult. Always keep the pool cover closed when not in use. Alarm systems. Pool alarms can be installed on doors leading to the pool area and the pool itself. These alarms will sound if someone enters the pool area or if there is any motion in the water. Regularly inspect fences, gates, alarms, and pool covers to ensure they are in good working condition. A well-maintained physical barrier is an effective one. It's also important to keep toys, inflatables, and other objects that could attract a child to want to enter the pool area cleaned up and stored out of sight. When it comes to home pool safety, constant, direct, uninterrupted supervision is your first line of defense. But physical barriers are just as important. They provide peace of mind and can save lives. It only takes a few moments for a tragic accident to occur. Installing and maintaining physical barriers for your home pool will support effective prevention and protect everyone. Thank you so much for your time and for listening to this message on the importance of physical barriers for your home pool. AOAP thanks you for always remembering to respect the water. For more information on the Respect program, please visit aquaticpros.org.
We have been extremely lucky to be able to partner with a lot of these Olympic swimmers to help us get the message out on how important these things are. And I want to spend just a little bit more time on physical barriers, talking about fencing. Depending on where you live, there are a lot of different laws. Some laws will require you have pool fencing. Some will require that you have alarms on your doors and windows. Some will require that you have self-latching, self-closing doors and gates. And I'm going to tell you that you should have all of those things because, again, we are looking at layers of protection and layers can fail. So our first layer of protection that really provides something active is that supervision. And I can't tell you how many times that I've heard from people, well, a pool fence doesn't fit our aesthetics of the look of our backyard we want. Or, well, as soon as the inspector leaves, take off that self-latching, self-closing door, or take off that alarm, or take the batteries out. I've lived in a number of homes with swimming pools, and even though we did not have children present, we had self-closing, self-latching doors and gates. We had alarms on our doors and windows. We had a pool cover. So just taking those precautions is so important. Making sure, right now I live in Arizona, we have a lot of us block walls around our homes. However, I see so many people with pools that don't have a lock on their gates. Even if it's self-closing, self-latching, your neighborhood children can get into your backyards if there's not a lock on it. Put your lock on it. Get a mesh pool fence. Mesh pool fencing is so much better because it's very difficult for children to climb over. In your homes, we're not just talking about pools. Maybe you have a kiddie pool. Make sure you flip it over and empty the water if it's not in use. In your homes, buckets, toilets, washing machines. Make sure those lids are closed. The doors are closed. The doors to your bathrooms are closed. Any type of water, a child can drown in as little as 1 to 2 inches of water if they're an infant or small child. So we want you just to be aware. And again, we want you to love the water. Getting swim lessons is so very important as well.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Beisel, a 3-time Olympic swimmer. I'm here today on behalf of the Association of Aquatic Professionals, AOAP, to talk about the importance of wearing a life jacket and ensuring a proper fit. Drowning continues to be a leading cause of death for children in the United States. Each day, there are more than 10 fatal drownings and 20 non-fatal drownings throughout the country. The majority of these drownings, fatal and non-fatal, occur due to the lack of wearing a life jacket and/or improper use. AOAP wants to help you learn how to respect the water and prevent drownings nationwide. Today, I'm going to speak about the importance of wearing a life jacket, who should wear one, and how to select one that fits for you and the activity that you are participating in. Even an Olympic swimmer like me needs to wear a life jacket while participating in water sports. A life jacket, or personal flotation device known as a PFD, when worn properly, has been proven to save lives and prevent drowning. While boating, water skiing, paddleboarding, riding wave runners, or any other activity on the water, everyone should wear a life jacket. Now, I would like to take a quick moment to show you how to properly select and put on a life jacket. Make sure it is the right type for the activity that you are doing. Make sure it is U.S. Coast Guard approved. Look for the stamp on the inside of the life jacket. Check the buckles and straps for proper function. Discard any life jacket with torn or loose fabric. Make sure it fits for the intended user. Check the label on the life jackets for the weight and size limits. Jackets should fit snugly on the user. Let's take a few minutes and talk about a few ways we can check to see if the life jacket fits the user properly. If the jacket is too large, it will hang loose at the shoulders and armpits and can hang low below the waist, and the closures may overlap when you attempt to tighten them. In the water, the oversized life jacket will ride up over the child's face and can interfere with their vision and breathing. If a jacket is too small, the buckles won't come together in the front and the zippers may not close. In the water, the user may struggle to keep their head above water. Before you go out on the water, make sure to put on the life jacket and practice swimming in it so you are comfortable with how it fits and functions. Older life jackets used to be bulky and uncomfortable, but with updated technology, you can find them in a variety of types and styles that are comfortable enough to be worn all day. Life jackets are rated for their buoyancy and purpose, so you need to check the label to ensure that you're using the correct life jacket for the right purpose. There are also specialty jackets available, such as puddle jumpers for kids, and low-profile manual inflatable life jackets that can be used by adults. We hope you learned a little more about selecting the right life jacket and the importance of wearing one anytime you're out on the water. Thank you for joining us today, and always remember to respect the water. For more information on the Respect program, please visit www.aquaticpros.org.
Something that's very important for you to be aware of is to ensure you're not using anything that inflates. No water wings. Water wings are the most dangerous piece of equipment that I think for swimming that have ever been developed, because they can deflate. Children can take them off. So ensuring that you have a Coast Guard approved, properly fitted life jacket is so important. I also encourage their use in swimming pools. However, we have to let people know that when you're using those, you have to let your child learn and know that they're floating in the water because they have a life jacket on. If they take that life jacket off, they are not going to float. So actually taking them in the water with a life jacket on, showing that they're buoyant, they're going to stay at the top of the surface of the water, take that life jacket off and show them, if you're not wearing this and you go in the water by yourself, you could sink. So we need to educate them and make sure that they are very aware of that as well. And then that expectation, know what to expect of your children in the water. They might be a decent swimmer, but they might get tired. So taking breaks throughout the time that you're at the pool. If it's colder water or cooler temperatures, ensuring that. I'm in Arizona now. Warmer temperatures, very hot, they can get overheated. Just making sure what those are and checking on things and being aware that even if your child might be a strong swimmer, medical emergencies can happen at any time. So again, always constantly watching them. I work with some families that have lost children that were competitive swimmers. One during swim team practice, the coaches left the deck and she was doing warm-ups, and when they came back, she was at the bottom of the pool and she fatally drowned. Another young boy was at a birthday party, again, a strong swimmer, and drowned at a birthday party because, again, something happened and people weren't watching. So we need to be sure that we're aware of what to expect and what their limitations are. And making sure that we're communicating with people. If you have a neighbor with a pool, or you take your child to a friend's house or a neighbor's house or a babysitter's house, making sure they have those same safety things in place. If they have a doggy door, that doggy door needs to be secured when your child is at that house. They can crawl out of those doggy doors and get to the pool. Make sure that pool is safe. The self-closing, self-latching doors, gates, alarms, pool alarms, alarms in the pool. Anything that you can do to layer those layers of protection and putting those in place. And training. Make sure yourself learn how to swim. I know so many adults that don't know how to swim, and sometimes then they don't take their child to swim lessons. But swim lessons is another layer of protection. And getting certified in CPR to include rescue breaths. There is no such thing as compression-only CPR for a hypoxic situation that drowning is. So we need to make sure that if we go for CPR training, we're also getting training in rescue breaths. Making sure something happens or you can't find your child, look in the pool immediately, right away. It's the first place you should look. Calling 911 as soon as possible to get additional help there. If you're going out and buying new swimsuits this year, buy swimsuits that are bright neon colored, because those are going to show up much better in every different type of water, from swimming pools to light colored bottom swimming pools to lakes. Wherever you are, that bright colored swimsuit is going to show up more. So if there is an emergency situation, that you're able to see them as quickly as possible and get to them. AOAP has our free drowning prevention program that I've been talking about. We have PSAs, every one that we had on this presentation. We have a PowerPoint presentation, which is a portion for children with an instructor guide you can download. A portion for caregivers that includes an instructor guide. Brochures, handouts, flyers. We also have some available in Spanish. We have our Water Watcher cards I talked about earlier. And then we also have 3 Water Watcher by AOAP books. We have Water Watcher by AOAP, The Importance of Having a Water Watcher, The Importance of Wearing a Life Jacket, and The Importance of Backyard Pool Fencing. So we want you to be aware of those. Most of them are downloadable, again, for free. Our books are available on Amazon. But thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you learned a lot about drowning prevention education. If anybody has any questions or needs additional information on anything, please feel free to get in touch with me at 894-9772, or my email addresses are provided as well. Thank you and have a safe and enjoyable day.